Hey everybody, Roxabox9 here with Cons of Tarkir Spoilers Day 6. We got so many things to go through today. I wish I could have a better intro, but we're just going to hop right in with the Ultra Pro product look. And just very quickly, we're going to run through what I think of the playmats and the sleeves and such. Here, Ultra Pro, I really like how this time around they're not going to cover up half the artwork with a stupid color strip like they did for Theros and Born of the Gods and such. Here, it looks like they're minimizing the coloring, besides for the artwork, to a minimum, which I'm very appreciative, and makes the artwork really pop. Looks great. I love the client arts they chose. Solid stuff. Thank you for doing that. What I don't like, of course, are these the box sleeves that have the elephant ear effect, where when you lift the box, you have to lift it really high to get to your deck. I think it's kind of dumb design. I kind of wish they just had a shorter one where near the top, instead of having to flip the box over. It makes your deck annoyingly hard to get at. I'm not a fan of that style design, but they do look rather sweet visually. And here we have one for each of the cons. Boom, boom, boom. And they look pretty sweet. And then we have, I'll just put a warning for those who are newer to the sleeve market. The pictured backed Ultra Pro sleeves tend to be rather flimsy in quality, even if they look really good out of the box. And so while Sarkhan looks really sick here, and you might consider picking these fairly expensive sleeves up, the quality is not going to be there to last for you. Just a warning from personal experience. And then they have one for each of the clans. I kind of wish they did this for the guilds in Return to Ravnica, because the guild symbols are very iconic. These, I think, are far less so. They seem fairly dull in terms of the stylized. Maybe that's because of the culture and background. We're very cave painting tribal-like, but I don't particularly love the clan symbols currently. But if you want some, they have sleeves. On to the spoilers. We start with a Mythic, Pearl Lake Ancient, because Pearl Lake is important somehow. It sounds pretty random place, actually. 5 and 2 blue for a 6/7. Flash can't be countered with Prowess Leviathan. Whoa. Return 3 lands you control to their owner's hands. Return it to its owner's hand. Alright. The reason it's Mythic is, I guess, because they want to show off the prowess and because it's insane and limited. Now, we've had ancient Leviathan things that were at rare. I think in Born of the Gods we had a Leviathan like that. That was 7 for a 6 something. It was really big, but it was a rare. Here, I think it's a Mythic because, 1, it's showcasing prowess. 2, because flash and uncounterability are insane together, and it's going to be absurdly good bomb in limited. If you drop this, your opponent's attacking with their big dude, you drop this, kill their big dude, you can't counter it, and then on your turn, you play something non-creature, boom, it's a 7/8, well, yeah, 7/8 attacking creature. And I kind of wish it had some kind of trample, because it's like, you kill my biggest dude, but now I can chump block you with a nothing. Seems kind of weird for such a creature. But being able to save it once, probably, or maybe even twice, is pretty sweet. I don't know if they're going to have, I mean, I guess theoretically you could use it with Scry lands later game to be able to replay them for the Scry, and I guess. But overall, it's just a huge bomb in limited. I don't know if it's going to be, I doubt it's going to be powerful enough for anything cube or standard or modern, that kind of realm. But in Commander and limited, I think has a good shot of seeing play. Murderous Cut, 4 and a black for an instant with Delve, destroy target creature. That's insane. Fact. Really, really good card. It's going to be the one of the most flexible murders I've seen for limited in a long time. I do think because of the Delve late game, it could easily be a 1 instant destroy target creature mid to late game. I do think this actually has a chance of seeing play even as far as modern goes because of that fact, where mid game you can kill a creature for 1 black. Well, the Delve doesn't matter as much. I think that could be really insane. So I'd keep an eye on these foils. And of course in limited, it's a fantastically powerful card. Trail of Mystery, 2. Whenever a face-down creature enters battlefield, you can search library for basic land and put it in your hand. Whenever a permanent you control is turned face up, if it's a creature, it gets 2/2. Well, that's kind of interesting that they have a permanent. That implies that there's morph in the set or in the block that is going to be a non-creature morph. Very cool. I like how it gives you, when you play a morph, you get benefit, and then when you flip up, you get benefit. I think if you're running morphs in limited, this actually is a big bomb. It could be very, very powerful. And I'm sure that there will be decks built around it, especially casual decks, that work very well with morph. Ashcloud Pheonix, another Mythic, 4 for a 4/1 flying without haste. That's very sad. When it dies, return to the battlefield face down, and if you unmorph it for 6 mana, It deals 2 damage to each player. Well, I guess it's something that red deck wins, or some kind of red deck burn kind of thing wants, being able to do an additional 2 damage, continuously having a big flyer. It seems really overcost. Like, why doesn't this have haste? I mean, you're bringing it to play as a morph face down, so it wouldn't have haste from that. But then, if you can flip it up right away, why wouldn't you want it to have haste? And why wouldn't you want a 4/1 for 4 flying to not, mean playing it straight? Flying haste, it's a mythic. I don't understand why this doesn't have haste. I really don't. I love the flavor of having a Pheonix come back to life this way. I think is really cool. But it seems really, really underpowered. Why wouldn't have at least haste? I don't know. It seems very strange for a mythic level card. Anyway, then we have the Refuges with different names because they couldn't exactly name Refuges because that was from Zendikar, and here this is now. But really going to help mana fixing. Come into play tapped, and you gain 1 life, and it gives you 1 of 2 colors. And it's a common, so this is really good for fixing. These are going to be easy to find in your draft or sealed event, and will really help make 2 to 3 color decks no problem. Very happy they're bringing these back, and they're actually just an upgrade on the guild gates, which is cool. And I like them a lot, and the artwork is fabulous. You guys can look through the art yourself. Very, very cool stuff. All right, then we got the LRR preview. Loading ready run. Meandering Tower Shell, one of the most awesome, epic flavor uses of the set so far. 5 for a 5/9 island walk. That's a big boat right there. Whenever it attacks, exile it. Return to the battlefield under your control, tapped and attacking the beginning of your next attack step. Alright, so basically what it means is that when you attack with it, it is really slow. So he's gonna pop out of play, and then the next turn he'll finally get to attack. I think he's just going to be a huge wall, and could be a really nice way to get in that final bit of damage. But the delayed attack makes it, I don't know how viable, even in Limited it's going to be worth playing because it's a 5/9. I don't know how viable it's going to be outside of Limited. Maybe in Commander with some flicker effects and stuff. But it seems a huge flavor win. I love the design. Then we have a card here that's in Chinese, I believe, and the rough translation so far is a red and a white. For an instant, the next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, prevent the damage, and if damage is prevented, it deals as much damage to the source's controller. Okay, so it seems pretty good. I kind of wish it did to a creature or player. We've had cards before that do it that way. This one doesn't, which makes it kind of worse, especially at rare, but I guess it's alright. I mean, we had Divine Deflection, that's all sideboard play. Maybe it could do something there. Rakshasa. I got you this time. I understand. Rakshasa, Death Dealer. 2 for a 2/2. We have a lot of the Troll Syndrome going on. Black and a green. It gets 2/2 until end of turn. Black and a green regenerate. Seems pretty powerful for Limited. Of course, the rare boost, I guess because they saw a lot of the Troll was a house in Limited, and this card could potentially be a house, but it's not permanent pump, and it's 2 colors. He seems okay. A good aggressive card. That late game will be really annoying if someone's running black-green in Limited. A lot of the Troll didn't see massive constructed play. I don't doubt this guy will either. That's my thoughts with that so far. Then we have 2 charms, not just 1, 2. And this is kind of my problem with the clan symbols, is that unlike the guilds and the original shards, the symbols here are just not that memorable, and so the artwork doesn't have a very memorable thing, except for the Sultai was so far pretty cool. But here it's kind of like, okay, it's just a fire pit. Looks pretty, I mean, it looks pretty and all, but wish it was more iconic. Anyway, the rug colors, Timor colors. Target creature you control get 1/1 to end of turn. That creature fights a creature you don't control. Counter a spell unless its controller pays 3. Creatures with power 3 or less can't block this turn. Seems really good against tokens. Then you have a mana leak for 3, which is overcosted, but again, this is about flexibility. Very cool. Its controller pays 3. Target creature you control gets 1/1, being able to fight, great removal. Powerhouse Unlimited, probably going to see some constructed play and multi-format play. Seems good, even though I think so far the Sultai one's the best. The Mardu Charm does 4 damage to a creature, 2 1/1 white creature tokens, and they gain first strike. And then target opponent reveals his hand, you choose a non-creature, non-land card, that player discards it. So it's an instant speed duress. Also, instant speed 2 damage, instant speed 4 damage. That kills Courser. Seems very, very good for aggressive decks, especially ones that have to deal with Courser, Krufix, and other creatures where 4 toughness is the mean. Very strong charm, I think, for the standard realm so far. And of course, Limited, all the charms are really strong. And last up, just some basic land art, looking really pretty. I love the designs. I love what they've done so far. The mountains, or at least these two mountains, are probably the most boring of all the lands so far, but they look absolutely fabulous. And of course, I'll put the links for these down below. You guys can check them all out and see what you think of the basic lands and the other spoilers. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments section. And if you enjoyed the video, tap that like button. And if you're new to the channel, check in and subscribe. As always, Roxabox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.